Hi, welcome back to another, this is not pointed at me, another monthly reset. We are resetting, that's a loud car. We are resetting for June, and just wanted to share with you that I am very frazzled right now. I feel very, I don't know, out of sorts. I don't know what the word is. It's cold today. It's the first. Oh, it's not actually cold. It's gloomy. It's very gloomy today. I feel like because the weather affects my mood a lot. I'm not in a super excited mood. I'm just really tired. So I don't know if I look frazzled or I just feel frazzled. But I just wanted to start with that disclaimer. With that being said, I'm still very excited to do this plan with me because I'm so glad that some of you really like it. I honestly had no idea how this would be received, but because I really enjoy doing these, I feel like it helps my month so much. Like, it sets me up for the rest of the month so much, and I just love it. So yeah, despite my weird emotional state right now, my weird mental state, I'm actually very excited to do this. So we're gonna go straight into it. So it's been a crazy month, and the next month's a little crazy too, so this video might be a little long. But I'm just gonna figure it out with you in real time. I did a little bit of planning before this, if you could see my desk, because it's just paper and books everywhere. But I planned in my insert, which is like kind of a big highlight for May. But let's start with reviewing May's goals and tasks and how I went. So I've pulled my calendar off the wall. This is what we did in the last video. So I wouldn't say that I completed everything because there was a few things that came up unexpectedly that I spent a lot of time on. Well, a few things, but mostly just the notebook. But the PBJ coaching page, I did make really good progress on that. Technically not finished, and technically it is on the to-do list to do today, but it's also not a major priority. Like, no one's going to yell at me if it doesn't get done today, whereas there are some other really important tasks for Patreon that I need to do, like the sticker club and the newsletter. So I think I should be sensible and actually delay that until, next month. It's not urgent, but I do have a good kind of like rough, like I've made a good start on it. So I do a little squiggly line on my calendar when I have made a good start on it. So PBJ coaching page, made a good start on it. Design card for Omo Hughes Market. I want to say I made like 90%, maybe 85% of the design done, but there still needs to be some final changes and tweaks to be finalized. So that's kind of like a kind of done progress little squiggly line as well. So that will get pushed until next month, but that's okay as well. Design PET tapes. I definitely made good progress on the PET tapes, but not 100% finished either. But very close of the way, very close of the way, very close to the end. And so my self-imposed deadline is this Sunday. So that's TBD, but technically I haven't completed it in May. So we're going to push that to the next month. But yes, definitely made really, really good progress on that. And that's definitely something that was, stressing me out. It was on my mind because it just feels like a really big commitment and it's just really scary. But it wasn't that bad. Market recap for my workshop tier. I did do that. I also did a market Q&A. So I ended up posting 2 videos and they ended up being 30 or 40 minutes. Q1 review. I did do that finally for my workshop patrons as well. I think maybe future quarterly reviews, like the next Q2 one, I might post on YouTube, like a shorter version. But the quarterly reviews for my workshop patrons, I kind of do it in real time with them and try to figure it out. So it is the longer video, but I do like being able to show the process of like how I review my quarter and like the notebooks that I go through in order to figure that out. So I did do that as well. So workshop tier was quite busy this month unexpectedly. I was also supposed to do a book summary video, which I forgot about when I was writing the goals for this month, but that's getting pushed until next month because I ran out of time. I couldn't do 4 workshop videos on top of like the current weekly updates. Declutter Studio, I made a start, but definitely not, I don't know if you can, you can see it in the mirror. Yeah, definitely not clean yet. By no means clean yet. I did tidy a little bit here and there, but it is absolutely still messy from when I traveled to Melbourne in April. And it has just been so hectic since then, and I can't even really tell you why. There's just been a lot of ongoing tasks that have really, I don't know, like I've been falling behind in journals because there's just so much going on, and that doesn't usually happen unless I'm like doing like restocking for a market. But yeah, it's been crazy. So unfortunately, no, I have not fully decluttered the studio, which means I wasn't able to do a studio tour. So again, that's getting pushed to next month. I feel like I made that promise so early and then I have not delivered on that yet. I'm so sorry. And the last thing is start restocking for shop and market. And technically, I ticked it off because I did start. I am in the middle of restocking a sticker sheet right now. And it's a very slow process. Restocking is not my favorite, but I definitely did start and I definitely did think about it. So it's not a forgotten task. I'm ticking that off as completed. So overall, May was quite a good month. It was very busy, but it was a very good month because I still made progress on a lot of things that I wanted. And there were, again, some unexpected things that came up. And so because I planned, oh, I almost spilt my water, because I planned May in my messy commonplace before this insert arrived, I wrote my highlights for the month in this book, so I'm just going to read that out. So the first thing is that the notebooks arrived. I designed, if you already saw on my YouTube, I designed a kind of week planner insert with Tiffany from Faded Chronicle, and it arrived this month, and I didn't expect it to arrive this month because we weren't going to sell it until July. So in my head, I thought I don't have to worry about it until July, but it did arrive this month, early this month, and so I ended up, you know, taking photos of it. I have been using it as well. I took photos. I filmed that flip through video, which again, the lighting was really bad at it, but I did do that. I filmed a reel, which is ready to post closer to July. You know, I just spent a lot of time kind of working on this week planner insert for like myself to understand it better. But also I did a early patron release. So again, this is not coming to the shop until my shop update in July 12th, but I did have a few patrons that wanted it. So I figured I would just kind of release it a little bit earlier for patrons. So if you do want to get, like if you're in Australia or somewhere nearby, because Tiffany will have some in her shop as well, but if you wanted to get this weekly planner insert, you can join my Patreon just for the month, and then you can cancel if you want to get this insert early if you don't want to wait until July. But this ended up taking a lot of my month, like willingly, because I was very excited to be in this. And when I do a journal update video, you'll see a little bit more of like how I'm using it, but I am planning I did write the notes for this Plan With Me video. What was I saying? Yeah, so these notebooks arrived, and then I ended up doing all those things for it. So that definitely kind of threw things off schedule because I didn't expect that to happen. Also, something new that I did for my Patreon is I usually just post a weekly update, like almost literally like this, where I talk for about 30 minutes, sometimes closer to an hour, but now it's around 30 minutes. And I've recently split that into two, thanks to a suggestion from a patron, into weekly updates and journal updates. So now I post 2 videos a week, but what I do is now I do a top-down video of my journals, and I kind of just walk everyone through what is new in my journals and what I've been doing, and just show my recent spreads. So if you're interested, that's available on Insiders and Up, the Insiders tier. So I post a weekly update, which is just like business life updates, and a journal update every single Monday. My Monday, could be your Sunday if you're in the US, but that is something I've recently done this month, and I'm writing that down as a highlight because I'm really enjoying those, and it's just fun to talk about my journals. So yes, that is new. It's a little bit more work, but I do enjoy it. I finished my Life Archives journal. Again, I'm going to do a video kind of walking, like doing a flip through of so I've already done a flip through of like the first half of the journal, and I think I'll do a completed flip through and talk about what I'm moving into next. But as my workshop patrons will know, it's been a whole ordeal trying to finish up that journal, and I'm just really excited to move into a smaller form now, a smaller notebook. So yes, more details on that to come, but that is a highlight. I was using a pink pen and that died, and I'm very excited about that because I've had that pink pen for years. I do have another pink pen, unfortunately. I don't know why I own so many, but it was very satisfying because, again, I've had that pen for years and I've been trying to use it up for years, and it just would not die. And so it's very satisfying that pen is finally done. I wrote early patron release of insert, which I already mentioned. Yesterday, I found out that I got accepted into the September event. What am I saying? September Mellow Market. So that's in Melbourne. I seem to only be doing markets in Melbourne. I don't know why. I really need to work on doing a market in Sydney, maybe next year. But yes, I did get accepted into that. So I've got Oh My Hughes Market in August after my trip to Bali. And then I've got the market at the end of September for the Mellow Market. So August, September is going to be really busy, and July as well because of the shop update. But yes, that is a highlight, and it does affect kind of the month ahead because I will need to ramp up my restocking just a little bit. And the last highlight is that I had one coaching call at the beginning of the month. And I have another one in 2 weeks. So again, I haven't really made progress on I have made progress on the coaching page. But I've been able to have coaching calls with my patrons, which is really exciting. And they always give me so much energy. But that was really long. But I usually don't have that many highlights, I don't think. But that's the May highlights. And now we're going to go into my June goals / tasks. So again, Declutter Studio. I'm moving that from the May goal into making it a June goal. Continue restocking because I have the August and September market. So I definitely need to keep restocking as much as possible so I'm not stressed kind of right before. Order PET tapes and washi tapes. So again, the designs are almost pretty much done. I just need to finish the designs this week and then order them next week and also get some washi tapes restocked. It's a new supplier, so I'm a little nervous, but I'm also very excited for the PET tapes. It's just a huge financial investment. I mean, for me, it's quite huge. It's a few $100s sinking into a product that you don't know will do well kind of thing. So exciting, but terrifying. And I also want to order iron-on patches as a tentative maybe for the shop update as well. I have designs already that I want to use, like existing designs. And I think I found a supplier, but again, just a maybe. I don't know if I'll have time to actually order it in. And again, another financial investment, but that is a maybe goal. And also to design another planner for Faded Chronicle. And this one technically isn't a collaboration. So Tiffany wants to design a 2025 planner in a very similar format. So it'll be the TN kind of standard size. She wants it to be kind of an all-in-one yearly, monthly, weekly, daily. So this is currently just a weekly. The reason why it's not a collaboration is because I don't think I don't think this size will work for me as an all-in-one planner. And I actually do have my eye on the Take a Note A6 planner still. I mentioned that in my last, the Techo Kaigi, and I am doing a mid-year, well, that is a goal for this month, but I'm doing a mid-year Techo Kaigi, and I'll talk more about that, but I still want to use the Take a Note A6 planner. And so I really got my heart set on that. So it didn't feel right for me to do this collaboration if I wasn't even going to personally love or use this planner, if that makes sense. But I'm more than happy to help her design it. So I will still be working on that with her, but as a designer rather than as a collaborator. So that is a June goal because we kind of have to get that done in the next 2 weeks. And just the timing is kind of crazy for everything, but there's that. And then also finalize the card for Oh My Hughes again, the Oh My Hughes market. So again, most of it is done, just need to finalize that, and I'm just writing it down so I remember it. The workshop book summary, so again, I was supposed to do that last month, but I'm delaying it because there were so many other things, but I would like to get that done next month. Prepare for the shop update. Again, I have a shop update coming up in July 12th. It may be a very mini one, and that's okay. I've come to realize that's okay. I don't know why I overload myself, but if anything, it might just be PET tapes, and that's okay. Oh, and the notebook, because most people don't, unless you're a patron, most people don't have access to buying the notebook yet. And maybe just like some sticker sheets of, sticker clubs, and like a mini Herbie sticker sheet that I haven't done yet. But yeah, I don't think it's going to be a crazy big shop update with any new products except for the PET tapes and possibly the iron-on patches and the notebook, but I do have to prepare for that shop update. I have an interview lined up for the Unplanned podcast episode, so I will interview another guest, which is very exciting. I don't know if I'll actually get the episode out this month, but at least I have, the interview. I wrote down as a goal to catch up on journals because, again, I'm falling behind and it would be nice to catch up, but that's just a nice to have goal. And I already mentioned, but I want to do a mid-year Techo Kaigi video because I feel like there's been a few changes to my journal system, and, you know, any excuse to talk about my journals. But yeah, I would love to share that. And oh, also, I didn't write it down, but the life archives flip through and like plans for the life archives, I'll just write life archives completed. I am looking forward to June. I think it'll be a good month, and again, it'll be kind of the last quiet-ish month. I think the rest of the year is a little hectic, and I'm scared, but excited. Like really excited, but kind of scared as well. So it's important for me to make sure I do as much as I can and get a head start on tasks as much as I can so it doesn't bleed over until July and then just make me stressed for everything else. Okay, I think that's all for the review of the past month, well, this month, and the goals for the next month. So we're going to switch into the top down view, and I will actually realize I haven't printed out my June calendar yet. I need to print out the June calendar, and then we'll start planning out my month, the weeks, and the days, and then do the monthly stats. That is the agenda for this video. I guess my paper wasn't really A5 because it got cut off on the end. No, but that's okay. I still have some space there. So this is my calendar, and I'm going to, yes, close all this. I need this for the goals. This is the previous month. Is this? Yes, this is very crooked. It's very gloomy today, so I hope it's not too dark. But we are going to just, as usual, I think I'm going to just time-lapse me writing all of the Patreon tasks in here because it's always the same thing and I think it'll take too long. So I'm going to put in some music and fill in my calendar. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So I wanted to share the quote for this month as well. It says, even in this slow season, you are growing. And it's just a reminder that you may have some slow months and that's okay. That's all part of the journey. And sometimes it is necessary. Can't always be charging ahead like that car. So that is going to go on my wall, but I'm going to keep it here. Oh, also I didn't mention Sticker Club. Today's the last day of the month, so I'm on the Friday, and ideally I would like to get the Sticker Club out tomorrow, but I'm not sure. So it's just it's on a, what do you call it, vellum scrap right now, so it's a tentative either Saturday or Sunday, and hopefully it's one of those. So it's really helpful to plan the month using these vellum scraps, and I should probably use them more often. But I think what I'll do now is do the content planning. And again, I don't know if you remember the past videos, but I have generally never really stuck to the content plan because things come up and it's always hard to predict, but I will do my best anyway. And add this here, plan with me. I will film it on the last day, I think. Week in my journals, that's going to probably not happen. I think I have too many things. I'll put it up at the top. Studio vlog, I don't know if I'll have a studio vlog this month, so I'll put it up there. But the other tasks I want to do, let me grab some vellum scraps. I have an entire box of like scrap paper and it's just, it's a mess. So I think I've shared this before, but I use this kind of repositionable glue to stick these down, and so it becomes like a post-it note. You can pretty much turn anything into a post-it note using this. It's not great. The glue is not like a regular post-it note. It's definitely, it leaves a little bit more residue, but hey, it works. So the first one I want to do is the life archives. I might do the mid-year Dejakaigi first. And then that can go here. Actually, I need to film the reading wrap up sometime next week, so it might be a double week, but I will do life archives flip through. I mean, I might end up changing it because the life archives and no, I'll leave it there. And then the plan with me will be this week, and then not sure yet. I wanted to do, let me grab another one, kind of a body doubling video. I've got some footage of me packing some kind of sticker packs, and I thought it might be nice as a body doubling video. I'll put work with me. But if I can, I might put the studio tour here as well. I thought I had a post-it note for that, but I don't know where I put it. So studio tour, maybe, but I will leave that for now, and I will glue it. The pen takes a, I can't open this. The pen takes a while to dry on vellum, so I don't want to smudge it, and I'll be a little weird with how I do this. And you kind of have to let it dry, so I'm just letting it dry there before I stick it down. Okay, and that is the content plan for YouTube done, pretty much. So I'm going to put that off to the side for another minute until this dries, and then I can stick that down. But that is going into, okay, well normally I put this into the life archives, but it's not going to fit. So I don't know where to put it. Maybe I'll stick it in my week planner. Is that too much? I might just put it in my kind of overflow notes book that I've got, which is just my messy commonplace. I might just stick it in here. Okay, that's for later. And I guess now, oh no, now it's time for the weekly insert to shine. So I have been using this, of course, to plan my week, and it's surprisingly, like, I knew I liked the format, like the layout of it, because obviously I designed it, but I didn't know how well it would work. Like, you always have an idea in your head, but do you really know, I'm going to move the mic, do you really know how it's going to work, you know? So I have actually really been loving this. The first week in this was perfect. This second week has been really hectic, so I've had to move some tasks around, and I haven't even, today is Friday, I haven't had a chance to be in here very much, but I feel like this absolutely helps. So this is a little repetitive because I have my daily, but it's a good way to summarize the main kind of business priorities for that day. Yeah, I still need to catch up a little bit. I'm not that far behind, like 2 days, but I will talk about this in, do I talk about it now? I'll share quickly now. So I'm using this as a rolling week tracker, and basically it's just a great way to see when I worked on that task rather than, I mean, I am tracking when I did that task, but for example, Instagram, these are the days that I posted, not really to my feed, not like a post, but just Instagram stories, just when I'm active on Instagram, because I do struggle with Instagram. And so it's nice to see that, oh, I was pretty active last week. Like I was posting something to my stories almost every single day. 5-year diary, because again, I'm still trying to get into the habit of updating that daily. And so I did miss quite a few days. And I'll put other tasks depending on the week. What did I say? Work on tasks that are dependent on the week. Like the June sticker club was kind of a priority for this week, and I did work on it 3 times, which is really nice. It's just a really nice visual way to see the progress of your tasks, and I only restocked once last week, which was not great. But surprisingly, I didn't know what to do with this section, but I surprisingly really like it. This side is blank for now, but I'm going to go back and put in expenses, I think. And this is my serif headings sticker. And I still need to redesign it because the other one says goals, but I think I'm going to change it to this week. Yes, and I'm going to put this week here, but surprisingly it does fit. And I'm going to design like a serif headings 2, because number 1 is just days of the week, and I'm going to do days of the month as well. But that's what I was talking about here. But I really love the space to just write down random notes as well. Nothing profound. I'm just brain dumping, and I have a page left, so 4 pages is quite a lot. I think this is dry. Can we stick this down now? Let me stick this here. I'm just sticking it wherever there is space. So this is my June, and if you noticed, I didn't write record DD yet because I think I'm in the habit of it enough that I know that the day before I do have to record it, so it does make my calendar look a little less cluttered. So that is the month of June. And again, so my process is I've planned the month, I've planned the tasks that I want to do. I've kind of broken down like the tasks into the weeks that need to be done. But what I do, normally, what I did in the past videos is I would just kind of have a receipt accordion of the month tasks, which is this, the month goals, and I would just split it into the weeks. And I think I will still do this because it's a great way. As you can see, there are still some tasks that I haven't done. So the whole point of planning is not to stick to it perfectly, but it just gives you a good overview, like a realistic overview of how much you can get done in the week. So I'm still going to use the receipt method. I do have a receipt ready somewhere. Where is it? Here. I've already kind of pre-folded a receipt accordion. It's slightly smaller, but I think that'll work. So I'm going to break these tasks down because they're quite big tasks. I'm going to break them down into week tasks, and we'll start with that, and then I will break it down into the daily because Mark from Mark's Mellow requested that I also show how I break it down into the daily. I did do that in the first 2 videos, I think, but it made the video so long that I thought maybe I would just cut it out. But I think what I'm going to do is just show you how I break down one of the weeks, maybe if it takes too long. But as you can see, some of these will kind of carry over, but I'm going to do this now. Plan out the weekly. But then what I like to do, sorry, I should explain, is that when I have this list, for example, and then I get to a new week, then I will write down the tasks that I know for sure I want to get done in this section here. So this is kind of like the more refined version, but this is where I get to just brain dump, kind of like hopeful, wishful thinking of like, I would love to get all of these things done, but this is me being realistic of like, okay, I've chosen like 5 tasks from here maybe and written it down. And if I do complete them, then I'll add some more. But again, this is the wishful thinking list. And this is where I filter it down a little bit more to be more kind of realistic. But I really like having that buffer. And I know this might be a little extra for some people, but this is the way my brain likes to work because I know I like to overload myself. And so having this filter, this kind of in between, helps me just prioritize the tasks, like continue to prioritize so I'm not looking at this giant list and feeling overwhelmed. I know I can just pull from this list, but I have planned out the weeks if I need to. I hope that makes sense. So let's plan. Let me put this to the side. Wait, I need my June plan here. So you probably remember the pink pen from the other video, but I'm using this pink pen now. It's part of a kind of multicolored one, but it's going down pretty fast, so I don't think it'll last as long as the other one. Let's go this side. So technically there are only 4 weeks because this is too short. I'm not including that first week, so I can refold this. I'm trying not to show you the other side because it kind of is like, it's a receipt and I don't know if there's private kind of financial information on there. Now it's really confusing because there are multiple lines. So not May, June 3rd to the 9th. And then this one is June 10th to the 16th. June 17th to the 23rd. And then June 24th till the 30th. Okay. So next week, I can't believe next week is June, but next week, I don't write the very standard kind of weekly updates, the repetitive tasks that I know I need to do, but I think I will write, I have a potential website client, so website chat with Kim, that's on the Tuesday, and then I have a coaching call on the Friday. And then because I've, I've planned here, I wanted to do the mid-year Techakaigi, so film mid-year. I'll just write TK because I don't think it's going to fit, so mid-year TK. And looking at the side, I know so I did a business check-in with my workshop patrons, and I did promise them that I would, they gave me a taste of my own medicine, but they made me pick a date to complete that task. So I chose June 9th. So declutter studio, it needs to happen by the 9th. So declutter studio. And then also my deadline for the PET tapes is this Sunday. And so I will order it next week. So order PET tapes. Iron-on patches, maybe I can leave that until the next week. I feel like this week is going to be kind of hectic, but maybe what I can do just to get the ball rolling, and if not, I'll just move it to the next week. I'll reach out to supplier about iron-on patches. Design planner, yes, so this needs to be done in the first kind of full week, so I will start designing. I mean, not even start, we just need to design it. Design FC planner and video chat with Tiffany. We'll need to kind of do that on a video call. Video chat with Tiffany. I thought this week would be chill. I mean, the next week, I knew it wouldn't, but I mean, it was looking really good, and then I remembered everything I wanted to do. And I think I will leave that because that's too much. I need to leave a little bit of a buffer. Okay, wait. So I wrote film here. I think I want to get it out that week as well. So edit and post. Tetrakaigi. And then film. Wait, I have a D-Diary episode. DD ep. And then I need to film life archives. Let's say edit and post. Life archives. It's a fairly chill week compared to this week, so I might, what was I saying? I might do the book summary this week. Yes, let's do that. Oh, I don't want to, but book summary. And then maybe just to remind myself, work on iron-on patches. I actually need to film the reading wrap-up probably this week as well. So, what am I doing to myself? But I will, film reading wrap-up. That's a fun video though. I do like talking about books. Okay, I think that's all. I'm gonna leave that. 17th. I have the A Club call. We have an early one. It's usually on the last week, but A Club call, edit, work with me video, finish sticker club, if I want the iron-on patches, I probably do need to order it by this week, so order patches if I haven't already ordered it on this week. Unplanned interview, admin call with my admin Kieran, and I think that's it. Let me look at the side. Book summary, unplanned podcast interview. Yes. Okay, and the last week is another DD app. Business check-in. July printable, which is this calendar and a wallpaper. And then July newsletter. But also film, plan with me, edit, plan with me, edit and post. Plan W. I think that makes sense. Okay, so next week is looking the worst currently, but I think I covered everything. Let me see. Declutter Studio, yes. Order PET tapes, yes, that's next week as well. Iron-on patches, I have written that, yep. Design the planner, yep, that's on this week. Book summary, yep. Unplanned podcast interview, yep. Mid-year Techo Kaigi. Where did I write that? Oh, next week. And Life Archives flip through is the week after. Okay, so that's how I break down the tasks I want to do for the month into the weeks to make sure that I am going to be working towards it and actually going to complete it. Ideally, hopefully. Because I know if I don't have this and I just have this, I will get 3 weeks into the month and be like, oh yeah, I never did that and never made time to do that. So for me, for my brain, it is very crucial to assign it to a week, even if it doesn't get done that week, just to assign all my tasks so I have somewhat of a realistic kind of schedule for all these tasks, and I'm able to see which weeks are busier than others. So I hope that helps. I do a little explanation with each video just in case there is someone new watching. But now we're going to break it down into the daily. And I'm just trying to think of how I want to show that. So I haven't set up the next week yet, but this is kind of how I would do it. But because I'm still a little bit precious with this planner, I don't want to write in here when I don't know for sure. It's a little dark, so I'm going to make this a bit brighter. Okay, so what I would do, because next week is this week, let me fold this over so I don't confuse myself. I mean, it's Friday. I'm ready to plan this week, so let's do it. Let's actually do it. Let's set up the week together. This is very exciting because this is like one of my favorite things to do right now. Kind of like plan out the week, but it will, let me show you the very first week, eventually look something like this. But yes, let's do it. This is the blank version. And again, just a quick kind of description of the layout because the lighting is a little bit better in this video. So we have boxes for each day of the week. The first box is blank. and then it goes Monday to Sunday. It's a Monday start. And then we have kind of a tracker here, but you can use it just as a calendar if you don't want to use it as a tracker. As you can tell, the lines are very, very faint, which I really, really like. It's really subtle. But as you saw, I use that section as a kind of rolling week tracker for main tasks. And then here I just put like there's bullet points. And that's where I just write kind of the main tasks. So with this to-do list that we just did, that's where the tasks will go here. And I think I just need to be not precious and, you know, write it down. Also, some of these are appointments, so that will go directly onto the day rather than on the to-do list. And then this section is just for notes. But what I like to do first, if you noticed, is choose a sticker. This was the first week. This is the second week. So let's choose another sticker for this next week. I'm not sure if I want another flower. Am I feeling a flower vibe? I don't want another coffee, I don't think. I do like the idea of maybe just like a soft kind of feather slash white leaf. I don't know what that is. There is a flower one on this PET tape that I do like. This one. I think that's the vibe I like. Let's do that one. Okay, how cute. I love just adding, I don't know, I'm a very simple sticker person, I think. I think I like letting the writing shine a little bit, but I also can't resist not having a sticker. I noticed that I haven't been adding stickers here, but I think it's okay. It might be cute to have a few like mini stickers. All right, let's date the week. I use my brown Muji I'm showing you like you can see. My brown Muji pen refill, which is 0.5. That's my go-to for like pretty much all planning now. And if not, then I use the black, which is 0.7. But once I use that up, I will switch back to 0.5. So Monday is the 3rd. And I don't know where my stickers are, so I will need to find that later. But I think I want to write down the tracker. So edit video. Restock is just an ongoing thing. Work on PET tape. No, that's not a priority for that week. Let me see. Oh, wrong one. Maybe declutter studio? Like, do I want to do it in one day? I don't think so. So maybe it's a ongoing thing. Declutter studio. I think that's it. But Instagram and 5-year diary, that's the other two. Okay. I think I generally have about 5 tasks there. That one was 6. What was the extra one? Oh, the sticker club. Okay. I have to be careful because it does take a while for this ink to dry, so let me zoom you in a bit more. So if I do close the page too quickly, then it does kind of stain the next page, but that's okay. So I know for sure again, that I have to do the weekly update and the journal update every Monday. So I'm going to write that. And then I know I have a call on the Tuesday and a call on the Friday. So I'm going to get my clock stickers. So website, chat with, the one thing I don't like about this planner so far is that this line down the middle is not obvious. So I have to be careful not to go over the line. That's pretty much exactly on it. That's pretty good. And that's at 9 a.m. And then coaching call with Omar Hughes at 4:30 p.m. Okay, so that is the first two things. Film mid-year techo kaigi. So I will put that here. I'm just trying to, do I write techo and then kaigi, or do I write techo kaigi? Okay, I'll do techo. Okay, so that is the week task, but now how I would break it down is, I'm not going to write it on this side because these are just the main priorities, not really in between tasks, like I don't know if that makes sense, but this is a neater week overview, but where I would write it is in my daily. So let's decide on a day to film. So this is the week of the 3rd. I'm not going to do the Monday. I'm probably not going to do the Tuesday. I'm looking at my month as well. The Wednesday and Thursday look like good contenders, so I might be able to film it on the Tuesday, actually. But I just remembered, need to film the reading wrap-up. So maybe I film the reading wrap-up on the Tuesday and the mid-year techo kaigi on the Wednesday, or maybe on the Thursday, and then I can... No, film it on the Tuesday and Wednesday so that all I need to do is edit it, because I do need a plan for like start designing here as well. So let's do... I usually use the Muji for this planner, but I do have a black pen that is starting to run out, so I am using that instead. I was previously like kind of using this for the life archives. It's a lot thinner, but it works. So I think on the Tuesday, the 4th, I will film reading wrap up. And then on the Wednesday, film mid-year techo kaigi. So that's basically just how I split the weekly into the daily. I choose a day. I literally just choose the day that makes sense. And it definitely makes this, like, it gives me an even more granular breakdown of how realistic this is. So accounted for, because I've already written those in. Film mid-year techo kaigi, yes. Film reading wrap-up, yes. Declutter studio. That's kind of ongoing, so I don't really need a specific day for that, because I anticipate it's going to take multiple days, but that's why I wrote it here. So I'm going to write Declutter Studio as, even though it's a duplicate, it's kind of just like a task I need to, like, I will check this pretty much every day. So Declutter Studio. And then I've got order PET tapes. I don't have a specific day for it, so I think it's okay to just write it down as a task. I don't think it really matters what day I do it, as long as I know it's something I have to do this week. Reach out to supplier about iron-on patches. Again, I don't think that needs a specific day, as long as it gets done. Contact, I'm trying to make it shorter. Contact supplier. Oh, I should have written contact iron-on patches supplier. Contact patches supplier. Contact supplier about patches. Iron-on. It'll fit. Oh, it won't fit. Okay, patch dot. And then design faded chronicle planner. And then film reading wrap up. Okay, that's not too bad. So when you translate that over, it kind of looks like that. So that's the week. I've got these main tasks, and really the only two things I needed to give a deadline so that it would be completed on time was the two filming things. And actually, I do need to give a date to the design FC planner, because I know that's kind of going to be the Thursday. Actually, what I would do now as well is write down when I would edit it. So I might also edit the reading wrap up on this day, because I don't think it takes too long. Unlike a studio vlog, editing these like journal videos definitely doesn't take as long. Edit reading wrap up and schedule. I'll write, so my process is I edit it and I don't post it straight away. I do a early access post for patrons. Early access. And then I schedule it to post for the next day. And so if I'm filming it on this day, maybe I also edit it on this day just to get it out of the way. And then reminder to myself to post the reading wrap up, because it's unlisted and I can't, I have to manually kind of publish it. I can't schedule it because then it wouldn't be unlisted. It becomes private, unfortunately. But post reading wrap up and description. I always leave the description to the, the last minute. And then on the Thursday, post Techo Kaigi and description. Do I want to post it the day after? Do I really want to post it the day after? I'm not sure, but that's okay. I can always cross that out and post it the next day, but we were doing the design FC planner. So work on FC planner design. I need to kind of organize the time with Tiffany to talk about that. She's generally, actually, I was going to say she's only free in the mornings, like my mornings to talk, because she's in Canada, so we have different time zones, but she'll be in China on holiday with her family, but she wants to work on this. So I think our time zones will actually sync up a lot better. Work on FC planner design. And I have mentally kind of blocked out Thursday, Friday and Saturday for that. So work on FC planner design. Also with that website chat, I'm not sure what the timeline for that is, so I do need to keep a buffer for that. But that's everything. Design FC planner, video chat with Tiffany, edit and post Techo Kaigi, film reading wrap up. So there you go. I have broken down the week into the daily, and it kind of wraps around. Oh, I didn't write down my weekly update and journal. And I like to use sticker icons because they're fun. So I'm gonna add a Patreon one there. These are giant. I have to resize them. So even these are the new Instagram ones, but they used to be this big as well. So these don't really sell in my shop. It's quite niche, I think. So I'm really only making it for myself. But Patreon. And then early access post is also a Patreon. Oops, reward. As you can see, it's way too big. Early access post there. And I think that's the week. That's not too bad. I am mostly just prioritizing YouTube videos and calls and working on projects that week. So I'm happy with that. That actually makes me feel a lot less overwhelmed than this. Seeing this week list makes me really scared, but once I break it down like this, I feel like that's really manageable. I'm tempted to, do the next week, but I think this video is already getting really long, so I will leave it there. Let me know what you think about how I include the daily. Are you happy with me just including 1 week? Do you want me to include the rest of the weeks? Because that will be, I don't know, that will be like a 2-hour video. What I can do is do a weekly plan. If you want a weekly plan video, let me know. That might mean I have 2 videos in a week. That's okay. But like I have to do it anyway. So if you want weekly plan videos on top of the monthly plan videos, yeah, let me know. Because if one person says they want it, that's all I need. I just need one person to be like, yes, please give me the video and I will do it. But it'll basically be that where I break down the weeks into the daily. And maybe I include the first week in the month plan with me, but the rest I will do in a separate video. I'm really happy with how this looks. I love this planner. I love having a week overview. I've never really had a week dashboard that has worked for me before, but this is really working for me. And I might be biased, but also I designed it, so I probably did just design, the week layout that I really wanted. But I will still use this and I will go over and just kind of cross out what isn't relevant anymore and transfer it to a master list. But that is the end of the video. I am tired now, but I'm very excited. I'm happy. I feel good, as I usually do after I plan the month. But thank you so much for watching. And I hope you planned alongside me, or just, I don't know how much you were actively watching it, but I hope it was a good body doubling video. And I would love your feedback and any sort of suggestions. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.